Okay, so in the L matching network, we have two components like this. Okay, maybe they are in the L shape like this. One element here, another element here, and they are reactive elements, either inductor or a capacitor. Okay, in the previous class, we were seeing how to move over a Smith chart to get the impedance matching. So based on the load ZL, that you have to move over the Smith chart. So to do the impedance matching, first what we have to do, we have to mark the load ZL on the Smith chart. So like, okay, this is here. This is a load point. Okay, or you will see here. See, this is a load marked on the Smith chart. That is a 2 plus 2j normalized impedance, 2 plus 2j impedance, normalized impedance. So after marking the for to get the impedance, the question is like this. See, it is required to develop a L matching network that transform a load impedance ZL is equal to 100 plus J100 to match a transmission line of 50 ohm characteristic impedance at frequency 1 gigahertz. They have specified a frequency. At one frequency, we need a impedance matching and a load given. This load must be matched to the transmission line. The characteristic impedance is equal to 50 ohm. So our intention is to convert this into 50 ohm. So we should make that load must look like a 50 ohm. So looking in the direction, this direction, we need it should be equal to 50 ohm. Our normalized impedance is equal to 1. Okay. So for that, what we did, we have to mark it on the Smith chart. This load is given by Z is equal to normalized load 2 plus J2. That means divide this by characteristic impedance. Okay, of the system, they may give it may be a transmission line, or usually sometimes they used to specify as system impedance. System impedance is equal to 50 ohm. System impedance means it is a characteristic impedance of a transmission line also, interconnect also. So you should take whatever is given. It is given here 50 ohm. So divide the given impedance by characteristic impedance 50. You will be getting this value 2 plus J2. So you should mark this on the Smith chart. So it is not matched now. See that impedance given here 2 plus 2j, it is not matched to the characteristic impedance of this. So automatically there is a reflection from here. From if this network is not there, if this network is not there, what happens? There is a reflection here. Okay, because of mismatch. So what we are doing, we are adding these elements like this inductor and capacitor. By adding like this, impedance between these two terminal looks like a 50 ohm. Okay, so once between these two terminal, the impedance is 50 ohm. Source delivers maximum power to this network. Okay, whatever is next, see entire here, from here, this is a transmission line including the source, whatever is there. From there, maximum power is delivered to the network next to the terminal here to this network. Okay, if once the impedance between these two terminal, okay, equal to 50 ohm, that we can do by adding this component and this component to this. Okay, the impedance between these two terminal becomes 50 ohm or equal to Z naught. So automatically the maximum power from the source and passing through this transmission line will be delivered to this part of the network. Now, assuming this capacitor and inductor, they do not dissipate any power, assuming they are ideal, and assuming loss is very low, then what happens? Automatically, if loss is very low, maximum power will be delivered to this load. Okay, that is the idea behind this. Okay, so maximum power is delivered between these two terminals, that is to the network here, to this network, maximum power will be delivered. You may think like maybe power is dissipated here and there. Assuming these are ideal, maximum power will be delivered to this one. Okay, assuming no dissipation of power. So like that, what we are doing, we are bringing the impedance between these two terminal equal to 50 ohm by adding this and this. So to add these two, it may be any combination. I have written here inductor and capacitor, so that we can obtain like this. Okay. So first you mark the impedance, normalized impedance on the Smith chart here. I have marked here. And after marking that impedance, load impedance, what you have to do, either you move in the from here or from this point, you can move over a resistance circle. See like this is the resistance circle, or conductance circle like this, passing through that point. This is a point you should see first, conductance circle passing and resistance circle passing, and you should think on which circle you should move from here. Okay, either to move over a conductance circle like this, or to move over a resistance circle. How to think? Moving on which circle, you will be reaching the r is equal to 1 circle, or g is equal to 1 circle. Either you should reach g is equal to 1 circle. See, for example, this is a g is equal to 1 circle. You should reach this circle to any point over this. It may be any point. R to R is equal to 1 circle, any point over this. Okay, that one. So you should think by standing here, you should think on which circle you should move. To move like this. See, if you move like this on a you can move over resistance circle also. But you should think, if I move like this over a resistance circle, can I reach a r is equal to 1 circle? See, if I move like this, I cannot reach either r is equal to 1 circle. See, this is r is equal to 1 circle, or g is equal to 1 circle. I cannot reach. See, if I move like this. So I cannot move like this over the resistance circle. Even I move like this, I cannot reach r is equal to 1 circle, or g is equal to 1 circle. Because you can see here, see, if I move anywhere from here over this circle, I cannot reach this circle. So automatically I could not move over this. Okay. So next option is you start moving over a conductance circle passing through this passing through this point. There are conductance circle will also will pass. Is correct. So this is a conductance circle passing. So now from here, either you can move anti-clockwise direction or in the clockwise direction. Okay, so if you move in the anti-clockwise direction like this, you will be reaching the r is equal to 1 circle. So you stop here. Whenever you met first time r is equal to 1 circle, here r is equal to 1 circle, you can stop here. Okay, okay, you stop here, and from here to here you moved, from here to here. This movement from a to b, a to c, it adds some element. You check what element it adds. As I discussed in the previous class, moving on conductance circle in the clockwise direction adds shunt inductor. So you shunt inductor L will be there, and again from here shunt, sorry, moving on resistor. See, now you should move over this, because to reach this point only two options. Either you should move on a r is equal to 1 circle, or g is equal to 1 circle. See like this, because we reached here r is equal to 1 circle, so you move over this and reach here. So from here we are moving on resistance circle. Okay, see, from here to here we moved on conductance circle. From here to here we moved on conductance circle. Okay, moving on conductance circle in the anti-clockwise direction are shunt inductor. So you can get the value of that shunt inductor value. See here, this inductor, shunt inductor value. How do we calculate? J omega L equal to Z naught into B. You should find out what is the value of B. To find out the value of B, how do you do that? Susceptance at position B. You find out what is the susceptance at position B. What is the susceptance at position A? See, this B, shunt element added by moving like this. See, you moved like this. Okay, shunt element added here. That is inductor. To get the value of inductor, what we have to do? See, you should use this equation. In this equation, B is the unknown. Okay, you should calculate this. What is this value B? To get this value, susceptance, this is susceptance value. How to get this value? You find the susceptance at C minus susceptance at A. Okay. What is the susceptance at C? You find out. What is susceptance here? How do you find? I have already told how to find that. Okay. You see the which susceptance circle is passing through this point. You see approximately center is here. Some circle, it is not shown here, but you should imagine, you should draw approximately one circle. See, like this, it is passing here. The value, what is that value? Find out. See, here it is 0.5 is there, it is a zero point 0.4 here. Okay, in between that it may be some circle. If you draw parallel to this and this, you can draw one more circle like this. Okay, that is around 0.45. So that is 0.45 and it is above your here. Okay, that means it is minus 1.4 minus 0.45. Okay, that is a susceptance at C. Next, susceptance at A, you should know down. What is susceptance at A here? You should know. Again, you see which susceptance circle is passing through this point. That is like this. Okay, here like this. That is a 0.2 here. It is 0.4 here. Okay, a 0.2, 0.3. So it is 0.25 here. See, if you draw one more circle parallel to this circle and this circle, if you draw one more circle like this, it may be somewhere here. That's value is in between zero point 0.2 and zero point 0.3. That is 0.25. Okay, again it is negative. So minus 0.25. It is minus 0.25. This minus sign is from here. This minus sign is from here. But the susceptance value at A itself is a minus 0.25. So the answer is this is 0.45. This is plus minus into minus plus 0.25. So it is a minus zero point 0.2. Okay. That value you should substitute here. That value substitute here. Okay, you will be getting the value of inductor. This what is the inductor added, that is 39.8 nanohenry. Okay, so that is inductor value you got by moving A to C here to resistance, you got the value. Similarly, from C to B you should move here, and which it is moving on resistance circle in the anti-clockwise direction. It adds capacitor in series. It adds capacitor in series. Moving anti-clockwise direction, okay, adds the capacitor in series. So to find out the value of this capacitor, this equation you should use. I already stated in the previous slides. Okay, you go through that. So this is the equation. You should find out of what is x here. X. Okay, how to find out x? So that element, this C is added by moving from here to here. Okay, so reactance at B, reactance at C, you should say, you should take. See here, what do you get here? Reactance at B minus reactance at C. Final position and initial position. Okay, we moved from here to here. This is final position at B. What is the reactance here? You should see the reactance circle passing through this point. See, reactance circle passing through this point. It is zero circle. See, actually, if you take here, it is 0.01 or 0.05, 0.005. This is 0. X is equal to 0 here. Okay, that is at B it is 0. Okay, and reactance at C, here you see which reactance circle is passing through this point. You see reactance circle, not susceptance. To find the x value, you should find reactance circle value. Which reactance circle is passing? Reactance circle are these. See, this is a reactance circle. This is a reactance, solid lines. This is reactance, and through this reactance circle is not passing, and also this is not passing. Is correct. Between this, that is 1.8 and 1.6, one circle is there. You see that circle is passing, this circle. What is the value of the circle? See, this is not actually the what is written here is not the value of this like this reactance circle. Okay, it is associated with this. Okay, don't take this. So this value is not written. This reactance circle value is not written. This circle. So it is 1.8, 1.6. So automatically this is 1.6. This is 1.8. So it is 1.7. So you take 1.7 and it is plus 1.7. So it is plus 1.7. 1.7. So 0 minus 1.7 means it is 1.7. The answer is, substitute that in this equation, minus 1.7 here. You will be getting the value of capacitor. W is 2 pi f. Okay, Z naught is 50 ohm. You substitute that. You will be getting 1.87 picofarad for this. Okay, so it is very simple, but you should be carefully note down the susceptance values and the reactance values. Okay, so like this is the way. Okay, to get the impedance matching. So one solution, see, if you move like this, you can reach here and do like this, you will be getting one solution like this. Okay, another solution is you can do like this also. See, you can move from here and go like this, you will be reaching R is equal to one circle here again. See, like this, from here you can move like this, you reach here. And so by moving over the conductance circle in the clockwise direction, it adds a shunt in capacitor. Okay, next from here you move on the resistance circle in the clockwise direction, it adds a series inductor. See, like this, from here you move like this and reach here, and again from here you move like this and reach here. That also gives a solution. So that solution is capacitor, shunt and series inductor. See, like you may get capacitor here and inductor here. That also may become a solution. Okay, so that way you can do the impedance matching. Okay, so this is for any value, any impedance is given, you can do like this. Okay, see, for example, one more problem here. It is required to develop a L matching network that to transform a load impedance ZL 10 plus J10 to a match a transmission line of 50 ohm characteristic impedance at a 500 megahertz. 500 megahertz. Okay. So this is a 10, load is 10 plus 10J. You should bring it to the 50 ohm again. Okay, so they may specify in terms of some application also. Some a load, instead of saying simply as a load ZL is equal to, they may say like it is the it is the output impedance or input impedance of some structure or a some circuit. That way they may state the problem. Okay, problem statement may be different, but ZL is like this. Okay, so okay, here is a ZL is given, it is this value and 50 ohm again. So what is the solution for this? You see here. So again, to mark this, take a normalized impedance here. Normalized impedance is zero point 0.2 plus j 0.2, because 10 10 divide this by 50 50. So you will be getting 0.2 0.2. Okay, mark that first on the Smith chart. See, this is a Smith chart. Okay, I marked that here. This is a 0.2. See here. How do you mark that impedance on the Smith chart? 0.2, 0.2. 0.2 means resistance value is 0.2. 0.2. You see here, this is a 0.2. So resistance circle and reactance circle of 0.2. See, this is a 0.2. Reactance circle value 0.2. Intersection of those two is this. This is a load. Intersection of 0.2 resistance circle and reactance of 0.2 circle is the impedance A. This is a load now. Okay. So now what next to find out the impedance matching? So load point marked, this ZL marked on the Smith chart. Okay. So next what you should do, you should add this. Okay. So after marking this load, what next you should do? You should identify resistance circle and conductance circle passing through this point. Resistance circle and conductance circle passing through this point. So which resistance circle is passing? You see here, this is the resistance circle passing. Is the resistance circle? It is not resistance, it is the conductance circle. Identify the conductance circle and resistance circle passing through that. point. So which is the resistance circle? This is resistance circle is passing. Okay, and this is a conductance circle passing. This is the conductance circle passing, and this is a resistance circle passing. Now you should think on which circle you're supposed to move from here. To move, you should move over a conductance circle or resistance circle. Okay, so from here, this is resistance circle passing. Okay, this is the conductance circle passing. Now you should think yourself by starting here on which circle you should move. To you should move such that after moving you should reach the G is equal to one circle or R is equal to one circle. Okay, so now from here I try to move like this on the conductance circle. You see, if I move on this conductance circle, see from here, if I move on conductance circle in the clockwise direction, I never reach G is equal to one circle or R is equal to one circle. Is correct? This is a one. I cannot reach. Even I go in the anti-clockwise or a clockwise direction on the conductance circle, I do not reach G is equal to one circle, even R is equal to one circle. So I cannot move over this. Okay. So next option is from here you move on resistance circle. See like this. Either you can move upward like this. Okay, or you can move in the clockwise direction like this or in the anti-clockwise direction like this. Okay, from here you can move in the clockwise direction like this. If you move, you can reach R is equal to one circle. You see, this is a G is equal to one circle. Sorry, this is G is equal to one circle. This is a G is equal to one circle, which I have shown here. This is G is equal to one circle. See, from here, even I go upward in the clockwise direction, I will be reaching the G is equal to one circle. Or I go in the anti-clockwise direction, I will be reaching the G is equal to one circle. This is G is equal to one circle. I have marked in dark dashed lines, but in the speech chart it won't be there. But you should identify G is equal to one circle. It used to write here. Okay, this is G is. I myself highlighted that G is equal to one circle here. Okay, so from here you can go anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction or in the anti-clockwise. You can reach G is equal to one circle. So in this particular solution, what I did, I moved in the anti-clockwise direction first. See, instead of moving clockwise, I can get a solution moving clockwise also. But I did anti-clockwise movement like this. From here, you move like this. Okay. And moving like that, you reach the G is equal to one circle here. See, move. So starting from here, move and reach the G is equal to one circle. So it adds some element. You identify which element it adds. Moving on, conductance circle in the anti-clockwise direction adds is the conductance circle. Which are what I am moving? It is resistance circle, not conductance circle. From here, I am moving on resistance circle. You see, this is resistance circle. This is conductance. Okay, if I move on conductance circle, I do not get a solution. That's why what I did, I moved on resistance circle. This is resistance circle. Okay, so moving on resistance circle in the clockwise direction, I can reach the R is G is equal to one circle. Or moving in the anti-clockwise direction, I can reach the G is equal to one circle. So from here, I am moving on resistance circle. This is resistance circle. Okay, solid line. You see, this is a solid line. Okay, R is equal to two circle. Actually, this is so starting from here. Starting from here, I moved like this. On the resistance circle, I reached here. So which element it adds? Moving on resistance circle in the anti-clockwise direction, it adds a capacitor. See like this. Okay. So you find out the what is the capacitor value added. So you should take how to calculate that. So moving on resistance circle. So that I already given equations. Okay. Series capacitor. The expression is here. See, j omega c is equal to 1 by z naught into x. See this expression, first element, it is a series capacitor. How do you find series capacitor? Using this equation. Equation, it's a x value. Okay, what is this x value? It is a reactance at c and reactance at a. Reactance at c is the final position at the moment, a is the initial position. So c and reactance at c, reactance at a you obtain. Okay, that difference you take, you will be getting the value of x. So to x is given by reactance at position c. What is the reactance at position c? You should read here. What is the reactance at this position? Reactance means solid lines. You see here, this is the reactance circle passing through the point c. This is the point c. Reactance is this. What is that value? You should read. What is the reactance value here? It is 0.4 here. It is written. See this one. Okay, this is not passing, and this reactance circle is also not passing. The circle passing through this point is this one. What is that? It is 0.4, and it is below part is here. It is the negative reactance here. So the reactance circle passing is this one. Its value is 0.4. It is minus 0.4. So here minus 0.4. Okay. Next, reactance at A. What is the reactance at A here? Okay. Again, you see the reactance circle. You see, this is the reactance circle. This reactance circle. What is that value? See here. It is 0.2. Above written value you should take. It is 0.2. So here reactance circle is this. This is the reactance circle passing. Its value is 0.2 here. Okay. So this is not passing. You see here, this is not passing. This circle is also not passing. The passing reactance circle is this. Read the value of that reaction, 0.2. So, and it is plus 0.2. See here, this is above. This circle, reactance circle is above this line. Okay, above this horizontal. So it is plus 0.2. Substitute that at A, it is 0.2 plus 0.2. So it is minus 0.4. This minus is here, and this is 0.2 plus 0.2. So the answer is here minus 0.6. Substitute that here, you will be getting C value. Okay, that 10.6 picofarad will be getting. Okay, similarly, uh, next what you should do? Okay, we moved from here, here we reach. Next, from here you should move like this to reach the center of the Smith chart. So which element is ordered here? Moving on. See, from here what we are doing? You are moving on the conductance circle. G is equal to one circle. This is G is equal to. All these are G. See, this is G. I highlighted this. That's all. This is G. Actually, there is a dotted line, dotted circle like this. This is G circle, conductance circle. This is conductance. This is a conductance circle. So what we are doing from here? We are moving on conductance circle like this. Okay. So what is the conductance value? Sorry. What is the which element added here? We are moving on conductance circle in the anti-clockwise direction. It adds shunt inductor. See, moving on conductance circle in the anti-clockwise direction adds the inductor in shunt. See that this is a shunt inductor. So what is the inductor value? That is given by this equation. Shunt inductor can be calculated like this. So here B value you should find out. What is the B value? It is susceptance at point B minus susceptance at point C. Okay. Susceptance at point B you find out. What is the susceptance value here? Okay, that is 0 here actually. X or B you take on this line. See, on this line it is 0. B value is 0 here. So susceptance at B is 0. Okay, now susceptance at C. What is the susceptance at C? You take this is a what is susceptance? Susceptance means you should take a susceptance circle passing through this point. See here, this is a 1. This is C. you should move like this. Okay, which circle is passing? You see here, it is point 2 or 2. 2. B value equal to 2 here. Okay, so this dotted line above this circle, whatever the reading written, that you should, it is point 2. You should don't take this. This is below of this line, this circle. See this circle, this is a circle. Okay, above means this number, this is 2. Okay, B value is 2 and it is plus 2 because B values are positive below of the Smith chart. This is Smith chart. Below the horizontal, this half of this Smith chart, the values are positive B. So it is 2 here. So this is a susceptance circle passing. While finding the B, you should go through the dotted lines. See like this. This is the susceptance circle. Don't confuse susceptance circle. See, reactance circle is this solid. They are going like this. Okay. In the previous value, you did this one. Okay. But now B value you should take. Both are passing. X also passing and B circle also passing. Now, while finding inductor, you should take a B value. It is 2 plus 2. So that you substitute here 2. Okay. So this minus here is there. It is plus 2. You substituted. What is the answer is minus 2. You substitute this in this equation. You will be getting the inductor value. That is the 7.96 nano Henry. Okay. So that is the impedance matching network. Okay, so now by adding like this, you if you measure impedance between these two terminal, now it will become 50 ohm, or it is normalized equal to 1. Okay, without this it is ZL 10 plus 10J. If you measure, if you do not put this, measure the impedance here, then whatever load that is 10 plus 10J you will be measuring. But by adding this and this, what happened, those two get added with this ZL. So total impedance between these two terminal now equal to Z naught. It is equal to 50 ohm. So automatically maximum power will be delivered to this part. And again, assuming this is lossless, uh, maximum power will be delivered to the load ZL. Okay, so this is the way. So like you can find out this component values using the Smith chart easily. Okay, once you practice, you can easily do that. Okay, so like this and this moment, or you can do like this here or like this, then also you will be getting the solution. There are two solution for this problem also. Okay, I did one solution. You practice remaining. Okay, so this is about this impedance matching. So this point load may be anywhere on the Smith chart. See, that load may be here also, anywhere over the Smith chart. Okay, just you should see how to move. For example, like this, you can move like this and like this. So from here you move like this, then you move like this. That also gives a one solution. Okay, just you should see how to move over a Smith chart to reach the center of the Smith chart. That we did. Okay, so this is about L matching network. This is about L matching network. One problem will be there in the exam, the test also, coming test. Hello, is it audible?
Yes,
Hello,
ma'am. Yes,
hello.
ma'am.
Uh,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
girls, Vishmita, Vishmita is present.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, so here, okay, this is a L matching network. One problem will be coming in the test also. One problem. There are three questions used to be there in the examination. Okay, so in the test two, there are three questions. One question from this L matching network. Okay, and one question from this amplifier design, unit 5. Okay, and one from stability part is there, from one from that part. Okay, three questions and 50 marks. So I have already given assignment and also gave the question, what kind of question you may receive in the test, that I have given in the assignment. Data may be different, but similar kind of question will come to the test. And also here similar type of questions, you see, like a example, this is a example. Okay, the question may be like this similar kind of question may come in the examination, the test. Okay, for a L matching network. And in the gain, okay, sorry, in the fifth unit, that is amplifier design. The amplifier design, again, design a high gain amplifier design or a maximum gain amplifier design. I have told in the while doing that unit. Okay, so the fifth unit, so amplifier design will be there in the fifth unit. Design and amplifying. Design a high gain amplifier for a power gain of 15 dB at the frequency 3 gigahertz. So like this problem will come in the test. Okay, so you should do first. You should find out the stability of the amplifier. You should find the stability of the amplifier by doing the delta and k. You should do delta and k. See, like this question, similar type kind of question may come in the test. Okay, for 10 marks or 12 marks. So the procedure is, first you should find out the stability, is a conditional stability or unconditional stability. Okay, after finding that stability and unilateral, you should check whether it is a unilateral or a bilateral. Unilateral means you should check for this. Okay, unilateral is usually this S12 will be 0. You should check it. Okay, next what you have to do, you should decide about the gain. Okay, maximum gain you should find out what is the maximum available. Okay, out of that what are the values you supposed to choose. Okay, and then next you should draw the gain circles. So like this, you have to draw the gain circle, and out of that you should choose the point. See, like this, one of this you can take it as a stability, and you should choose a one of the point, and that must be in the stable region. Okay, so and you can design the impedance matching network. You see now, impedance matching network comes now. See here, what this is a gain circle, 1 dB gain circle, and this is a 2 dB gain circle in the amplifier design. So what we did, we choose on this point as a load value ZL. So looking this direction, looking in this direction, what I needed is, I need this value. Okay, so but 50 ohm is there, here load is 50 ohm. So we marked load 50 ohm here. What is the required value? Required value is this. We also marked this. It is already marked. Okay, in the examination also you draw the stability circle, sorry, gain circle like this. This is the input gain circle, this is the output gain circle. Okay, next one, I already discussed all these things, I am not repeating. Okay, so draw the gain circle, 2 dB gain circle, and this is 1 dB gain circle I have drawn. Next you can mark any values like this. I have marked some value, you can choose here also. Okay, because it can reach easily to this point, that's why I have taken here below some value, some, this is point. Okay, so this is a ZL I needed. So 50 ohm is there, this is 50 ohm, but I want this value. So what I did, like this. Okay, if these components are not added, then it is 50 ohm. Okay, like center, we are center, this 50 ohm, if you mark this 50 ohm, it will be here. Okay, but I should convert that into this value. What I can do, from 50 ohm, from 50 ohm you move like this. Okay, you reach here, you find out which element added by moving like this. Next, from here you move like this to find out which actually this is moving on resistance circle, or is a converse problem, that's all. This is a converse problem of L matching network. First we are moving on the R is equal to 1 circle. This is R is equal to 1 circle like this. Okay, we reach the reactance circle passing through this conductance circle passing through this point. Okay, here. From here we move like this. Okay, so moving year to year, which element added? You find out and find the value. It is similar to the L matching network. Again, from here we are moving like this. It is what element it adds, that you come to know. Okay, it is moving on resistance circle in the anti-clockwise direction. Adds a capacitor in series. See, capacitor in series. Finding the value of this capacitor is similar to the previous L matching network. Find a reactance here, find a reactance here. From that you can find out the capacitor value. Okay, similarly from here you move like this. It is conductance circle. From this point what we did, you are moving on a conductance circle to reach this point. Okay, so which element it adds? Moving on conductance circle in the anti-clockwise direction adds shunt inductor. Find the inductor value, find the susceptance value here, find the susceptance value here, we'll be getting this value. Okay, so like that is a ZL. uh, to convert that into one. Similarly, this one, input matching network. You take some point on the input gain circle like this. Again, what you have to do from the center, because load is 50 here, source impedance given, that is here given, it is given. You should reach this value. This is given now. See, previously this was given in the L matching network. In this problem, this is given. Okay, center is given. You should reach this. How do you reach this? You move in the opposite direction like this. That's all. I do not want to again take a problem and do this. Simply it is waste of time. Okay, you should practice yourself. It is opposite to the previous. Center, you are in the center. You should reach here. That's all. You move in the opposite direction, you will be reaching this and find out the values. Value, finding the value is similar to the L matching. Okay, so that is in the examination, this kind of problem will come. You should do up to this. Usually it carries to 12 marks or 10 marks. Okay, for the, so each part is, see, first you should do the stability. It carries some marks. Do the mm, unilateral or not, that you find out, that also carries marks. Next you should do this, it carries marks. Okay, so out of 12 marks in the amplifier design, we are going dividing the marks. Up to what stage you will be doing correct, you will be getting the marks. Okay, need not to worry. Final answer we are not considering. Each step we are considering. Uh, so if a stability is correct, you will be getting marks. If unilateral or bilateral, if you identified that, we will get a marks. Next, for doing this, we will be getting the marks. Okay, even final answer may be wrong, but if other previous whatever we are expecting is correct, we will be getting, out of 10 you may get a 7 or 8, like that. Okay, so don't think it is you cannot do this problem. Go on step by step, how much is possible from your side, up to that extent you do it. Okay, in the test or in the examination also. Okay, so but better, always you should better try to complete the solution. Okay, so this is a problem. See, like this, it may be like this. Data may be different. Okay, do not expect the same data, it may be different data. Okay, the problem is a design is a problem like this. So like this, stability, this is a, these are stability circles. See, this is a stability circle, this is a stability circle, to find out a so a region of stability. So inside this you should not take values, inside this red circle you should not take, but you can take all the values, maybe lie here. Okay, so next, after finding stability, these are the gain circles. Input gain circle, this is the output gain circle. Okay, so find out so after drawing this, you choose one point like this. Do the impedance matching network. I have taken this point and I did here like this. See, I to chosen some point like this. It is in the stable region, because instability is here. See, it is unstable here, but my point is here. This is unstable. My point is here, so it is stable region only. So I am in the stable region. Okay, this point. Using this, you can find out the impedance matching network. You see like this. I have taken this as a point. And what I did, I am in center here. I moved like this, then I moved like this to reach this point. So that is our answer. Okay. See, if you show the movements properly, you will be getting a full marks. Even some numerical mistakes are there, you may not give more weightage, but your procedure must be correct. Okay. So this is the center of the Smith chart. From here, you move like this and move like this. This is a impedance matching network. Input impedance matching network. This one, input impedance matching network. Similarly, output impedance matching network, you this is the output gain circle. Choose some value here. Okay, center here, you stand at the center. Move on the resistance circle up to this point. That means one of the conductance circle passing through this point. From here, you move like this. So this is, it gives the solution like this. Okay, that is added here, output matching network. Okay, so like this, so you do the one, you will be getting marks for this. So final stage is this final circuit. You should write a final circuit. You should write this final circuit. All the steps carry marks. Okay. Hmm. So for the test, up to this will be there for the test. And the maximum gain, also I told maximum. In the maximum gain amplifier, in the maximum gain amplifier, there is no constant gain circle. S11 and S22 complex conjugates themselves the this impedances. See here, gains or constant gain circles becomes the circle radius becomes 0 in maximum gain amplifier. Design a maximum gain amplifier. Their circles are not there, only the values are there like this. Okay, so impedance matching network become very simple. Here need not to draw the gain circles. Okay, this value itself you should take as a load. So from center you move like this and like this to this point. You will be getting this. Similarly, from here you move like this and this value. So that is adds to this. So maximum gain amplifier design is easy. Okay, I have done this. Please all of you go through the PPT. Sir, that presentation. Okay, most of you are not watching that. See, one more thing I request from all of you. Hello, all of you audible? Hello, is it
Yes, ma'am.
audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it audible or not?
Yes, ma'am, it is audible.
Audible. See, those who complete the problems do not pass to the others, and also those who are not able to do not take a request from the others to get an answer. Okay, this is very bad habit. As I observed in the test one, most of the students copied from others. That is very bad. How do you ask from the others for your answer? Please do leave that habit. It should not. It is not good for your progress. Okay, you should not cultivate that habit. You should try to get an answer from yourself. Do hard work. Okay, in most, as I observed, only few out of 50, only 10 to 15 students are doing. I think most of they are getting answer from. That's why don't pass the answers, please. This is a request for all of you. Okay, are you listening to me?